We first see Kirito and Asuna making a promise to see a shooting star in the real world together when they can finally get out of the virtual world. In the year 2022, a virtual game that utilizes full dive technology using the NerveGear tool, the Sword Art online game played by 10,000 people, has made its first launch. And the creator, Kayaka Akihiko, prevents all the players from logging out. It has become a deadly game where players can lose their lives, just like in the real world. In the midst of the chaos, some players raise their swords to finish the game, some end their lives out of fear, and some take the lives of another player. Fortunately, in 2024, one player heroically completes the game and saves all the remaining players. The incident was then closed with the death of the creator, Kayaba Akihiko, and 4,000 players as victims. The remaining players are called SAO survivors and are now living normal life. In the present day, an interviewer is asking a passerby about a device they are wearing called Augma. It is a new augmented reality device that can bring the virtual world into the real world. This is unlike the previous NerveGear device that brings people into the virtual world. With this new device comes a new game called Ordinal Scale that can allow players to fight monsters in the real world. It is an attractive game with its ranking and point system that can be exchanged with real-life services like coupons, discounts, etc. Additionally, it also comes with a popular character named Yuna, who is an AI program with human-like features and is like an idol of the game. They are even planning to have Yuna's first concert a month from then, and the tickets have all been sold out. In a cafe, Kirito is hanging out with his friends, where they play a game via the Augma, and they each get a free cake for playing. On their way home, they discuss Boss Monster from SAO appearing in the fight event in Ordinal Scale. The event location will be announced shortly, right before the event, so they need to move fast to participate. At night, Kirito and Asuna arrive at one of the events and meet Klein and his friends there. Before the fight begins, Yuna arrives to support them by singing and giving them a bonus. Kirito, who is usually very good at fighting in the game, seems to be struggling due to not being used to fighting in real life. Halfway through the fight, the second-ranked player of the game, named Eiji, arrives and helps them fight. During the fight, Asuna notices him making a gesture usually SAO players do when they switch while attacking the monster. Afterward, one of Klein's friends is attacked by Eiji while he is going home alone. At night, Kirito and all his friends hang out together in his house in the virtual game called Alfheim Online, where they play a lot together. The next morning, Kirito logs into the game after his little sister leaves for club activities. He is welcomed by Asuna and Yui in the game, and they discuss the decreased number of people logging into the game due to the release of the Ordinal Scale. The night of the same day, however, Asuna joins Klein and his friends for an event. Asuna heads in first, as the group is still waiting for one missing member. When the game starts, Klein and his friends decide to jump in as well. However, a monster also shows up in their place and attacks them. They quickly defeat the monster but are quickly ambushed by Eiji, the second-ranking player who apparently is using cheat software to give him instructions for his next moves. He forces Klein to face the monster directly, causing emotional trauma for him. On the other hand, Asuna successfully leads the raid team to defeat the monster appearing at the event place. The next day, while waiting for Asuna, Kirito practices his Ordinal Scale but is surprised by a mysterious girl who apparently exists digitally. The girl quickly disappears after uttering some words that are not audible and is pointing somewhere. When Asuna arrives, they discuss about Eiji, who apparently was an SAO player belonging to the same guild as Asuna. He used to be a timid player who was afraid to face the monster but is now playing like a top player in the real world. Inside their house, Yui finds a pattern in the location where the SAO boss monster showed up and can now predict where the monster will show up next. Meanwhile, in another place, Eiji is seen chatting with Yuna, and they seem to be really close to each other. One night, Kirito encounters the mysterious girl again unexpectedly, and this time, the girl can speak but disappears again after pointing somewhere. In another place, Asuna, Silica, and Lisbeth are participating in an event with Kirito monitoring from afar. Eiji also participates in the event but only watches the fight. When the time is about to run out, another strong monster shows up and overpowers all the players. When escaping from the fight, Silica accidentally bumps into Eiji, who pushes her down instead. When the monster is about to attack Silica, Asuna shows up to cover her. However, the attack hit Asuna instead. The attack triggered her memories and fear of death from her time in SAO. At the same time, a light beam shoots up from her device into a nearby drone. Kirito quickly comes to the rescue but can do nothing against Eiji. When the time runs out, the monsters and Eiji disappear from the scene completely. At night, Asuna dreams of all her memories regarding SAO crumbling away and immediately calls Kirito. She tells him that she can't remember anything about the time she spent in the death game all those 2 years. In a hospital, the doctor tells them that she experienced brain scanning that occurs when a strong memory of the events in SAO emerges, causing her to lose her memories about SAO. Apparently, it happens a lot with players playing the AR game in Ordinal Scale, but not enough proof to determine if it's the cause. They try visiting all the places they used to spend time together a lot in SAO, but Asuna still can't seem to remember anything from it. Seeing how frustrated Asuna is, Kirito gets determined to save her no matter what. Kirito also finds out that it also happened to Klein when he visited him in the hospital. In order to find leads from Eiji, Kirito participates the Ordinal Scale events as well, hoping to find Eiji. During the fight, Yui finds that a player got scanned with some sort of program after he got hit by the monster. Afterward, Kirito finds the mysterious girl again instead of Eiji, and this time Kirito maps out the direction that the mysterious girl points to and finds one intersecting point. The points show the location of Tudo Technology University, and one of the professors there, called Professor Shigemura, is the figure behind the development of Augma. Kirito then attended one of his lectures and finally got time to talk with him alone. He confronts Shigemura about the memory loss incident. Shigemura denies the claim of memory scanning but tells him about how SAO players want to forget about their time in SAO. Kirito leaves but finds out about Shigemura having a daughter. Through his contacts, it was revealed that Shigemura lost his daughter in SAO as well, but his motive is still unclear. Afterward, Kirito goes to Asuna's house to meet her, and while waiting for her in her room, Kirito reads her diary and finds out about how she loves him and wants to create new memories with him. When she arrives, Kirito gets even more determined to get her memory back, and they share a kiss on her bed. On his way home, Kirito meets the mysterious girl again and confronts her about being Yuna. She tells him that in order to save Asuna, he must raise his levels even more. This leads Kirito into a frenzied hunt for monster spawn locations in order to beat the monster and raise his rank. After one of his fights, Eiji arrives and tells him to come to Yuna's concert if he wants Asuna's memories back. Right before the concert, Kirito meets up with Eiji at the parking lot and they start dueling. Kirito eventually defeats him despite Eiji using cheat software to help him. But Eiji then tells him that they will do a memory scan on all SAO players in the concert, and the process has already started. Monsters start to spawn in the concert area, and the audiences are forcibly changed into their battle outfit. Shigemura's plan is to collect all the memories of all the SAO players and revive Yuna by using deep learning of all the data collected from the memories. This concert is the last step of data collection, and he will do a high-frequency scan of the audience to get their memories despite the risk of taking their lives. Yuna tries to stop him but to no avail, as he blames himself for his daughter's death and will do anything to revive her. He even forces a scan on Eiji, who has been working for him, in order to be together with Yuna. In the concert venue, Yuna shows up in front of Kirito and tells him to do a full dive to a 100th floor boss room and defeat it. Augma apparently also has the same capability to do a full dive, just like NerveGear, but it was limited. Except for Asuna, Kirito and his friends dived into the game to defeat the boss. However, Asuna finally musters up the courage and joins the fight as well after hearing Yuna's words. They all struggle against the boss, who is basically very overpowered. But they are then quickly joined by all their allies from various other virtual games, and Yui even gets them their save data from SAO, giving them a boost in power. After some epic fight scenes, they then manage to defeat the boss monster. From the fight, Kirito receives a giant sword that is probably the strongest sword in the entire game. Kirito's virtual form emerges at the concert venue and defeats all the monsters there using the sword, and stops the scanning process. When Shigemura frustrates over his failing plans, he sees Yuna bidding him farewell for the last time and thank him. Yuna also slowly disappears as her data is created from a small section of the last boss. She also bids farewell to the group after giving Asuna her memory back. In the end, we can see Kirito, Asuna, and Yui fulfilling their promise to see Falling start from their time in SAO. They exchange gifts, and Kirito gives Asuna a ring, and they share a kiss under the beautiful scene of falling stars. Lastly, in the book of SAO incident record, the sentence "There was a diva who encourages swordsmen who went to fight, and we must not forget each of the players without names," were added to keep the memory of Yuna and Eiji alive. So that concludes the recap of Sword Art Online Ordinal Scale. What do you guys think? One of the strengths of Ordinal Scale is its visual presentation. The animation is stunning, with vibrant colors, fluid action sequences, and detailed character designs. The fight scenes are particularly well executed, showcasing the intense battles that fans have come to expect from the Sword Art Online franchise. It explores themes of loss, memory, and the impact of technology on human experiences. As the story unfolds, we witness the characters' struggles with their past and their desire to protect their precious memories. However, some viewers might find that the story progresses too quickly, with certain plot points and character arcs feeling rushed. Please tell us what you think through the comment section. If you like this content, please leave us a like and share them with your friends. Thank you for watching, until we see you again.